Welcome, my radiant Leo souls, both longtime members of our fiery pride and curious newcomers drawn here by fate, intuition, or maybe just a very persistent YouTube algorithm. Either way, I'm honored you've found your way to Golden Fortune Leo, where we don't just talk astrology, we decode your destiny with a bit of sass, a lot of soul, and just enough cosmic shock to keep things interesting. Now let me speak to you not just as a guide, but as someone who has spent decades knee-deep in ancient star maps, Jungian psychology, and more full moons than I can count. Leo, I need to tell you something that might ruffle your glorious mane. You're not in control right now. I know you in particular like to believe you are. After all, you're the royal of the zodiac, the sun child, the one who walks into a room and somehow becomes the lighting. But here's the truth. The universe is about to pull the rug out from under that fabulous throne of yours, and no, your usual charm won't save you this time. Something inevitable is coming this weekend, and it's not the kind of "oh, I had a feeling" moment. It's the kind of energy shift that splits your life into two clear chapters, before and after. You've been feeling it, haven't you? That strange stillness in the air, that sudden wave of emotion out of nowhere, those coincidences that aren't really coincidences. Yeah, that wasn't your imagination, that was your soul trying to send you a calendar invite for your spiritual awakening. And if you ignored it, don't worry. The universe upgraded it to a mandatory Zoom call, no mute button, no escape. Let me be clear, what's heading your way isn't another minor inconvenience or Mercury retrograde mischief. This is an energetic cannonball. Think less gentle nudge and more cosmic wrecking ball. But before you start hiding under your duvet or calling your astrologer in a panic, "Hi, it's me," let me also remind you, this is not punishment. It's purpose. You're not falling apart, you're being rearranged. The Leo you think you are is about to meet the Leo you were always meant to become. So buckle up, my golden-hearted lions. You didn't come here for comfort, you came here for truth. And whether you're ready or not, it's showtime. Let me be straight with you, Leo, and I say this as someone who's spent a lifetime studying cosmic patterns, the architecture of the psyche, and the subtle wisdom of ancient philosophies. What's coming for you isn't just another plot twist in your dramatic zodiac saga. It's what we call a soul split. A real one. The kind of moment where the timeline of your life clearly divides into two, before this weekend and after. And no, I'm not exaggerating. This is your burning bush, your red pill, your destiny download minus the user manual, of course. You're about to meet a version of yourself that doesn't care how many likes your last post got or whether you crushed that meeting with your signature charm. This is the unfiltered you, the soul-level self that doesn't need applause to feel worthy. And I know, for someone ruled by the sun, that can feel like being asked to shine with the lights off. But here's the wild twist, Leo, you're even brighter when you're not trying to be. This is not just growth, it's chosen one-level evolution. The universe has called, and guess what? She's not sending reminders. This is a one-way, one-time only train to transformation, and resistance is not included in the ticket price. Which brings me to the truth that even the most evolved Leos squirm it. You can't finesse your way through this. You can't stage direct this experience or charm it into submission. That velvet performance you've curated so well? It's being stripped down, not because you failed, but because it's time. Time to step off stage, drop the script, and meet your higher self in the raw, beautiful chaos of authenticity. I know it's scary. I know it's messy. But the real you, the one that's been quietly waiting backstage, is more powerful than you realize. And darling, it's time for your encore, just not the kind you rehearsed. Alright, Leo, let's talk about ego, identity, and that dramatic little thing we call rebirth. And no, I'm not talking about a seasonal wardrobe change or switching your Instagram bio from queen of everything to soft era. I'm talking about the real deal. As someone who's spent decades mapping celestial patterns, unpacking subconscious drives, and sipping tea with both Jung and the Buddha, well, metaphorically speaking, let me tell you, this isn't just another Leo moment. This is a cosmic metamorphosis. And guess what? You're the butterfly in the busted cocoon. See, for most of your life, you've wrapped yourself in a very stylish, highly curated identity. And let's be honest, it's worked. You've built an image around success, recognition, charisma, and a flair for the dramatic that even Broadway would envy. You've known how to enter a room like a solar flare and leave everyone else blinking. But that persona? That polished, applause-ready version of you? That's your cocoon. And this weekend? It cracks. Now don't panic. This isn't the end, it's the beginning of the real you emerging. Not the you that needs to be seen, but the you who is the light, even in silence. The you that doesn't perform for love, but simply radiates it. The ego, your trusty stage manager, is stepping aside. And in its place? The soul. Quiet. Powerful. Unmistakable. Now let's get into specifics, because not all Leos are created equal, though all are fabulous. Your solar birthday range has some tailored turbulence coming, so here's your cosmic weather report. If you're born between July 23rd and August 2nd, brace yourself for a full-on identity renovation. I'm talking emotional demolition day, walls down, floors up, new blueprints drawn in stardust. Everything you thought made you is up for review. Spoiler alert, you're deeper, wilder, and wiser than your old reflection could ever show. If you're born between August 3rd and 13, the universe is shaking your relationship tree. Hard. Old patterns are falling like overripe fruit. Maybe you'll see how much you've been overgiving, underreceiving, or attracting the same emotional reruns with different faces. Consider this your emotional software update only this time. No glitchy downloads or buffering love lives. Clean slate, clean heart. If you're born between August 14th and 22, prepare for a creative eruption. You thought your talents were limited to what you already knew? Oh no, darling. The cosmic closet is opening wide, and out comes every hidden passion, forgotten gift, and unspoken dream. You might find yourself painting at 3 a.m., choreographing your healing into a dance, or launching that YouTube channel you've been thinking about since 2019. The stage is yours, but now, you're performing for purpose, not praise. But here's the real kicker: regardless of your birthday, you must release your attachment to the script. The universe doesn't care what you planned in your digital calendar or what your therapist said 3 sessions ago. She doesn't even care if Mercury is in retrograde. She rewrites timelines based on soul contracts, not social expectations. You can resist, but the energy will still move. Better to dance with it than be dragged by it, right? So, dear Leo, this weekend is not about upgrading your persona. It's about remembering who you were before the world told you who to be. The lights are dimming on Act I. The curtains are rising on something raw, radiant, and real. You. Let's not sugarcoat it, Leo. You're about to experience what I lovingly call a spiritual earthquake. And no, this isn't a cute little emotional tremor where you light a candle, journal your feelings, and bounce back after brunch. This is the full-on, cosmic plates shifting under your feet kind of shake-up. And as someone who's spent a lifetime studying the stars, decoding archetypes, and absorbing enough Buddhist wisdom to know when to breathe and when to let go, I can tell you, this is the real deal. When the quake hits, anything fragile, gone. Anything fake, absolutely leveled. That glossy image you've been polishing for years? If it's not built on truth, it's about to get a reality check. But here's the twist: what's real, what's you, what's rooted in soul. That will stand tall, even if you're a little wobbly at first. Still, don't be surprised if you find yourself mid-moment going, what the heck is happening to me? I call that a sacred symptom. Later, it becomes part of your transformation testimony. For now, just breathe. And maybe hide your old vision board, some of that is about to be outdated. Now, to all my chosen ones in the Leo kingdom, yes, I'm talking to you with the magnetic energy and the emotional depth you rarely show unless someone earns it. You were born for this. If anyone can turn chaos into power, it's you. You don't become extraordinary by playing it safe or smooth. You become extraordinary by stepping out of the performance and into emergence. This weekend is not about surviving, it's about transcending. And here's a little Buddhist truth bomb for your golden soul: resistance creates suffering. That's it. That's the whole Dharma download. The more you grip, strategize, or try to fix what's unfolding, the more uncomfortable it gets. The universe doesn't need your spreadsheet or your Instagram filter, it needs your surrender. Because when you finally unclench that jaw, soften those shoulders, and stop trying to outsmart the divine plan, revelation happens. Real, soul-stirring, goosebumps all over in sight. So Leo, throw out the manual, ditch the script, and for heaven's sake stop trying to stage manage your awakening. Flow is your new superpower. Let yourself be surprised. Trust the shake-up. And remember, the most legendary stories start with everything falling apart. Alright, Leo, take a deep breath, unclench your jaw, and put the drama crown down just for a second. What you're stepping into this weekend isn't just another mood swing or cosmic inconvenience, it's what ancient mystics, modern psychologists, and your soul's higher self all agree on: a sacred surrender. A symbolic death and rebirth. And no, it's not the dramatic OMG my life is over kind of death. This is a shedding, a releasing, a soul-level costume change. Think less coffin, more chrysalis. Here's the thing: you don't need to prepare. You don't need to read another self-help book, recite 108 affirmations, or rearrange your altar by moon phase. Your soul already did the prep work. It's been stitching together this moment through every heartbreak, every triumph, and every time you binge-watched your favorite show instead of feeling your feelings. All you need to do now is show up. Barefoot, soul first, no performance, no polish, just raw, radiant presence. And let's talk about strength, because Leo, you've always been strong, but let's be honest, a lot of that strength was spent keeping it all together. Holding the spotlight. Managing perceptions. Being the dependable one, the spark, the hero. But now, that strength is being reassigned. You're no longer meant to use it just to control or impress. You're being asked to use it to transform. This weekend, you step out of center stage and into the center of your own soul. It's quieter, sure, but infinitely more powerful. And when the dust settles, and it will settle, you'll look back with the kind of gratitude that doesn't need words. You'll know, in your bones, that this disruption was actually divine intervention. Now let's address the elephant in the astrological room: fear. Yes, you'll feel it. Yes, you might second-guess everything from your hair to your life choices. But fear is part of the passage. Confusion is part of the growth. The question isn't whether you'll feel scared, the question is whether you'll let that fear dictate your next step or simply walk with it like an old friend who talks too much. The real choice you're facing this weekend is this: play small, stay safe, or step into the vast, wild territory of your limitless self. And don't ignore the strange signs, those little whispers from your soul masquerading as random thoughts. Got an urge to text someone out of the blue? Do it. Dreamed about a childhood memory that suddenly makes sense? Write it down. These aren't glitches in the matrix, they're your inner compass syncing up with your higher path. Divine guidance doesn't always come with fanfare. Sometimes, it's just a quiet nudge that says, turn left here. So, Leo, trust the signal. Follow the strange. and walk straight into your becoming. Let's bring it home, Leo, because whether you're ready or not, this cosmic transformation train has officially left the station, and you, my luminous feline friend, are riding in first class. Right now, you're not fully Leo. Not yet. You're a cosmic caterpillar smack dab in the middle of your chrysalis stage, messy, uncertain, suspended in the goo of what even is my life right now. And yes, it's uncomfortable. Yes, it's confusing. You may find yourself questioning everything from your relationships to your wardrobe. I mean, do soul awakenings require linen pants? But here's the thing, discomfort is the birthplace of destiny. You're dissolving the ego armor you didn't know you were still clinging to, and what's emerging is something wild, beautiful, and real. Soon, you'll stretch out those metaphorical wings unapologetic, radiant, and still rocking that Leo-level hair. You'll look back at this weekend, not as the time everything fell apart, but as the moment everything realigned. And when that happens, I want you to remember one thing, you didn't just survive it. You chose it. Because that's the final piece, Leo, the choice. This transformation isn't optional, but how you move through it. That's entirely yours. Will you walk this sacred path with grace and curiosity, or drag your fabulous heels through the mud, resisting every soul nudge the universe throws at you? I promise you, surrender makes a much better story. Comment below yes, actually comment. Tell me what strange signs you've been seeing, what dreams have stirred something in you, what part of your heart feels like it's waking up. Your story might just be the light another Leo needs right now. And don't go it alone. This is just the beginning. What's waking up in you will need space, guidance, and community to grow. That's why this channel Golden Fortune Leo exists. I'm not here to give you fluff or fortune cookie wisdom. I'm here to help you decode the real, raw, radiant truth written in your stars. So hit subscribe, tap that little bell like it's a gong of awakening, and share this with another Leo who needs a reminder that they're not breaking down, they're breaking through. When the storm clears, and it will clear, you'll meet a version of yourself you were always meant to become. Not the polished, performing Leo that seeks applause, but the powerful, soul-led Leo who leads not just with presence, but with purpose. You've always been a leader, but now? It's time to lead your own soul home. So go ahead, take a deep breath, step into your becoming, and for heaven's sake, don't forget to enjoy the ride. Life is not meant to be endured, it's meant to be lived. Wildly, boldly, joyfully. And if anyone was born to do that with flair, Leo, it's you. Like, share, and subscribe to Golden Fortune Leo, where transformation isn't just predicted, it's celebrated.